What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Trucking with Trucker D. I'm Trucker D, and well, today we're not back at it again. It's Wednesday. It's about 2 p.m. and we weren't able to get a load this morning. There were loads out there, but there weren't none where I could go out and come right back like I needed to. I needed to be able to be home by Friday, and I have a load that's going to set in the truck over the weekend. I have a dentist appointment Monday morning, and I'm dropping the truck and trailer off at Independence Truck Repair to get my DOT inspection done. So we've been on the load boards though since about 8:30 this morning, trying to find loads, and about 11:45 or so I gave up on trying to get a load today and decided that my finger, it's still, but anyways, about 11:45 this morning I decided that, hey, I ain't gonna find nothing for today. My clock wasn't reset till 11:30 because of our late night delivery over there in at the Aldi distribution center. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna start looking for loads for tomorrow, and I did. I found me a load for $800 going out to Munster, Indiana. Our regular Pepsi plastic pack load, where we pick up empty bottles and take them down there to the bottling factory there in Munster, Indiana. And then we got us another load going to Mark Brower there in St. John's, coming out of Chicago. 2 loads together are about $2,000. So our gross this week, $3,800. Not that great, not like it used to be. So with that being said, I use the Truck Smarter app, and they give us weekly updates, and I'm going to read this one to you. And it basically states about everything I've been talking about with the economy. It says, 1, why are rates so low? Insights. As the economies open back up and we enter near post-pandemic world, we're seeing freight demand plummet to 18-month lows, excluding holidays. As consumer expenditures shifts from purchasing goods to enjoying services, travel, entertainment, etc., people are starting to go back out again. You know, they're not sitting at home like they were before, just purchasing stuff. It says, this shift is further exacerbated by high gas prices and inflation that drives the overall consumer to purchase less and less. So, which is kind of weird, them saying that they're starting to travel and go out and do stuff, which it's kind of harder now that they're out there buying or buying fuel. But I guess the higher demand for fuel makes for higher fuel prices. So that does kind of make sense. So it goes on to say, unfortunately, this shift in demand is meeting an all-time high of new authorities as many drivers rushed into the market over the last 18 months to chase high rates born throughout the pandemic. Like I've said before, a lot of people went out there, got their authority during the pandemic. You know, they lost their jobs and was like, hey, the trucking industry's making money. These owner-operators are banking. Well, let me go on further to read what else it says, which also kind of matches what I've been saying before about how people rushed out just for money. Given supply takes longer to exit the market as many folks take out long trailer lease policies and others, we're seeing a dynamic today where there's an oversupply relative to demand, causing rates to free fall over 20% over the last month alone. Meaning, there's more trucks out there right now than there are loads, because people are out there traveling. They're going out and doing things now that they ain't got to sit home all the time. Which, in case, causes all of our freight rates to drop. So, Truck Smarter says to do, it's been estimated that the operating costs, fuel, trailer maintenance, etc. for a truck has increased 40 cents a mile since 2019. So operating costs as far as your fuel has went up 40 cents a gallon, or 40 cents a mile since 2019. It says it's incredibly important in this environment that you know your cost per mile. Know your numbers. Like I've said before, know your numbers, know where you sit, know what it costs to operate, and know what you can afford to go on. It says every operation is different and costs will vary by the lanes you run, equipment type, insurance costs, blase, split. While you may know folks are still taking cheaper freight given their operating structure, people who set themselves up to take cheaper freight can afford to do it and still make money because they don't have a bunch of high expenses. High fixed monthly costs like trailer insurance, etc. Like I just said. The reality is that many of those companies will unfortunately go bankrupt if rates persist. People that have high operating costs are going to go bankrupt. Best thing to do in environments like this is to A, actively reposition yourself to higher paying lanes. If you can chase the high rates, you know, I don't recommend chasing the rate. Some people do it and are successful at it. Cool, kudos, whatever. You know, something they don't say on here when it comes to chasing rates, relationship with brokers. If you have relationships already, that's going to help you through this. Even a guy that messaged me not too long ago here on the channel, he managed to land himself a dedicated lane that is completely going to benefit him and probably help him get through this tough time. So, and him being a new owner-operator as well, that's awesome. Good for him. I'm proud of him. And it says B, bid on loads to ensure profitability. You know, we can bid on loads all day long. It don't matter what you bid on them. These brokers are not coming to what we want for rates, not to what we're used to. So we really gotta know our numbers so we can bid properly to continue to function. And then last but not least, C, work with shippers or brokers to get steady freight as rates recalibrate. Like the guy I was just telling you about that messaged me not too long ago on here. He was able to land himself a dedicated lane. You know, there's many things we can do out here to surpass this tough time we're upon, because this is just the beginning. It's not the end. It's not the bottom. We're heading that way. The economy is definitely going to crash on itself. So it goes on to finish to say, as we near the end of April, we expect to see a seasonal uptick of demand, but still expect weakness in the rates throughout Q2. Basically saying there's going to be more freight out there. It's going to happen. We will see more freight eventually. Right now we're not, but we will. But the freight rates are still going to be garbage. The best way to navigate the market is to continually be well informed so you're always ready for what's to come. We'll continue to provide you as much as possible to help. So basically they're saying know your numbers, make sure you can operate under these type of circumstances. And what I've got out of it is, if you can pass this tough time through this rough economy, then you're A1. So, but with that, y'all, we're gonna get over to the truck. Today we are just gonna go over there, run it for a little bit, and then we're gonna get an oil sample. You know, the importance of oil sampling is, you know, helps you keep costs down. If your oil samples are coming back clean, there's no reason to pay $400 or $500 for an oil change right now. You know, maybe change your filters out so you can continue filtering. But if you ain't got a bunch of wear metals, bunch of dirt, bunch of soot showing up in your oil, and your viscosity is still good, and it's still doing the job that it's supposed to do, why bother changing it? Why change your oil to at a certain number? You know, the certain number that I use, well, I was changing it every 25,000 miles, but we got to watch our operating costs. So if we pay 64 bucks for an oil sample from, you know, I get my oil sample kits through letstruck.com. and we sample it every 25,000 miles, and it keeps coming back good, yeah, we're going to add oil. So it's always going to be getting clean oil put in there. It's just a matter of how often you put that clean oil in there. You know, my truck's burning a gallon roughly around every 10,000 miles. So I'll do the sample, see how it comes back, maybe change the filters, and keep on trucking. But if I gotta change it, then I gotta change it. It is what it is. But if I ain't got to, that oil sample, $64 to save me $400, cool. That's more profit in the company right now in these tough times. So let's get over to the truck. We'll show you how to oil sample, and we'll go from there. You know, it's gonna be a different day, different video, different type. All right, y'all. We'll see you over at the truck. Later. What's up, y'all? Well, as you can see, we're sitting back in the truck. Yesterday, we were gonna go oil sample the truck, and when we got there, realized the oil sample kit was still in the backpack from when we left the truck on Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning. So we didn't actually get a chance to oil sample it yesterday, so we're actually going to get that done today while we're actually out here on our we're out here on the run today. We're over here at Plastic Pack. We were late for the very first time, and that was because I got to the truck this morning and the batteries were dead. You know, I don't know what happened. I got them back charged today, and I did a battery test, and they came back good still. So I must have left something on. I didn't see nothing on though when I started the truck up. I mean, my dash cam was running, my cooler was running, but I leave those things running all the time. The temperature did get down to 25 degrees last night, and I didn't plug the truck in like I normally do when it's cold out. But I also don't normally leave my cooler in here unless I'm with it. So who knows why they died. They probably do need to be replaced, and I probably should do it even though they're testing good still. I don't know when they've been done last. We just got lucky that we were able to jump the truck with the Silverado this morning, because I called about 3-4 in different 24-hour repair places. Well, let me take this headset off. 24-hour mobile repair mechanics, and not an answer from nobody. So the one person I did get an answer said that he couldn't make it out to me. And then I finally did get a hold of TA, and they were telling me almost 2 hours. So I just kept I kept my Silverado hooked up to the truck and kept it idling, kept the RPMs up. Then I jumped in the truck, and my little I got this little plug right here. It tells me how many volts are being put out, and it said 13.8 volts. So I'm like, you know what? Let me try to fire her up. I did, and it fired up, and I was very thankful. We just went red. Awesome. So yeah, we're an hour late for our appointment over here, and we're doing another one of those Pepsi loads where it's empty bottles going back to the bottling factory from here in Canton. $800 load. You know, it's not too far. It's like just under 200 miles, I think. So yeah, you know, back when rates were good, we used to get this load close to 1,000. So, but it is what it is. I mean, rates are horrible right now. Loads are scarce, as I talked about yesterday, which is the clip at the beginning of this video, which is actually the opening of this video. It's just a continuation. But anyways, that's not really even that important. Like I was saying in the clip before this one, let's just put it that way. Loads are scarce. You know, That article though that I read, hopefully more loads will come back into the market. Even though the rates are not that great, thankfully we can afford to run $2 a mile, all miles. So we just gotta hope for the best, expect the worst, and just manage our finances and our truck the best we can. I'm gonna call ahead and climb in the back and plug everything back in, because I actually did use my power inverter to do the battery test, so that's why I'm kind of iffy on the good result. And I'm gonna hop back there and probably watch a little TV and just maybe take a little nap while they load me. It shouldn't be too much longer now that I got the red light. Once we get down to Indiana, we don't deliver till 5, and Pepsi won't take it but an hour early. So we'll get down there after running, and we'll do that oil sample in the Walmart parking lot there where we park. No, it's actually at Cabela's. But I don't know, either I'll park either over at Cabela's or I'll park over at Walmart. One of the two places. And then after we get this load off tonight, we'll be sitting till about 1 p.m. tomorrow. We got another load coming back from Chicago. And we actually got paid pretty decent on that one. The broker, him and I agreed on $10.72 is all they could pay me, but then I got the rate con, it was for $1,200, which is what I bet on the load. So we'll see if that's what we actually get paid. But that one's coming back to Martin Brower, and I mean, I really can't complain for having only working 4 days this week. Just under $4,000. So we're under our goal of $1,000 a day, but we're still being profitable. So I guess let's just be happy. I feel like I'm running the business correctly so far. I guess we'll see how it goes. But we'll get a little footage. I mean, it's kind of the same stuff that I've gotten footage of before. I mean, it is a nice day out though for once. It's just cold. So, but yeah, we'll get some footage. It's good old 94 down to Munster. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all out there. Later. So apparently there's some sort of force that is not allowing me to show how I do oil samples. Apparently everything that I thought I recorded earlier while taking the oil sample, it did not save to the phone, or it might have not recorded because I kept getting interruptions while I was trying to do the video. So, however, I did catch the part after I got the sample and mailing it out. So we'll go ahead and just cut to that part right there, and next time we do an oil sample, I will try to do better and record how I do it. You know, these videos are free fly, on the fly. You know, I kind of make them up as I go. The knowledge is there, but the recording skills and video making skills, well, they're still in the making. So with that, let's go ahead and cut to the clip that I just mentioned. We'll finish up the video with the footage, and I hope you all still enjoy it. And hopefully next time when I'm ready to do an oil sample, I'll be able to show you more on how I do the oil samples with the vampire tube. Alright y'all, sorry about that. Hope you still enjoy the rest of it. Later. Alright, now that you have your sample, you grab the labels that come with it, these little things right here, and you apply, so I can pull it off here, apply the label right to the jar. And then, once you got that done, you put it in this little bag right here, and you send it out. And that's it. With this sample, though, we will be able to, well, you gotta actually, you put the sample in this little baggie right here, and then it goes in the shipping pouch. Pull this off here, and close her up, and then put it in the big one, and then you ship it off via FedEx, and the shipping's already paid for. It's included in the price of the sample. So we're going to take this over to a UPS store. Well, not UPS store, a FedEx store rather, and get that taken care of. So while I figure out how to tape this up, I think you just fold this side, or yeah, that's how we do it right here. This folds, you pull that off right here, and then that closes that right there, and then you pull this side off. I want to know. I don't know. Oh, I think you pull this whole thing off right here and then just close it on it. Either way, it's close, and I hope I closed this the right way. Anyways, but yeah, it's important to take an oil sample. I mean, even if you do decide to just change your oil anyways, you can actually get away with not changing your oil as long as your sample comes back good. But yeah, it can help you save money in the long run, or you can just use the sample to see what's going on inside your motor internally. So with that, y'all, we're going to look on our maps and see where there's a FedEx store and get this shipped out. Alright, y'all, we'll talk to you in a few. Later. Well, my friends, everyone out there following this journey, we've come to an end. It's the end of the day. Got one more load and it's the end of the week. And then we're probably going to be down next week because we're putting the truck in the shop for a DOT inspection. So I hope everybody was able to learn a little bit about oil sampling and take a little bit of insight of the economy and what it's about to do. You know, I heard over the CB today, a trucker was talking about how back in 2008 when rates were like this, and he said that over 3,000 carriers went under, and there were like no trucks on the road at that point, and then rates shot through the roof. Well, I really feel that's going to happen here again. When? I don't know, but it's looking to be that way. So, as I always say, keep your operating costs down and just try to navigate your way through these tough times. You know, I'll probably continue to talk about this, and as I get information, I'll try to put it out here. But yeah, I hope you guys can take oil sampling and put it to use and also help you save on your operating costs, because it definitely $64 from for an oil sample kit, which I get my oil sample kits from Kevin Rutherford's website, letstruck.com. Yeah. But it's at the end of the day, like I said, we are parked here in Hammond, Indiana. We made a trip over to the Love's parking lot after we got done getting unloaded at Pepsi and tried to get a spot over there. And then there was a Thornton's, and it had diesel for trucks, but no parking for trucks. And in just about every empty lot that there was around that area, or any big parking lot for stores, all had no truck parking. So thankfully I wasn't too far into Illinois, and I just came right back to Hammond, parked in the Comfort Inn across from the Walmart and Cabela's I've slept at before. So, but yeah, I'm happy to have you all here with me. Thanks again, like I always say, for following my journey. You know, it's not just my journey, it's all of our journeys, especially if all y'all are following along. You know, I had somebody ask me the other day, you know, Trucker D, you're always saying we all the time, like you're the only one out there. The reason I say we, well, we as in, you know, my company, my wife and I, but we as in all y'all out there. If you're following this journey, you're with me. So that makes us a we and not just a me. So thanks again for following. I'll say it one more time. And continue to like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate everybody out there who watches my videos and who enjoys them. And I really hope that y'all get something from them. But please, be courteous to your fellow drivers. Hustle hard and stay humble. And with that, y'all, we'll see y'all next time. Later.